Yo, what is the deal about peeps? Praises to the Most High. I'm feeling good right now. So I wanted to talk about a little something. A little something. All right, so let me talk about this. Let me plug in my phone, even though there's way more energy pumping through your phone when you have it plugged in. But I do have my gloves that I just ordered. So I'm a little bit protected. But see, the thing is that they're conductive. And when anything is conductive, energy can still be fed through them. All right, so I'm testing these gloves out because every time I hold my iPhone, at least in the beginning, since I never used this phone, and anybody else that deals with energy and knows what I'm talking about, if you ever switch from Android to iPhone and it's your phone, it's not anybody else's, because I've used other people's phones and for some reason I don't get as much radiation. But whenever the phone is mine, and I'm not even like trying to be paranoid or nothing, that's just how it felt. Like I didn't think nothing of it, but for some reason it would emit more radiation. Like if my email was on the phone, it was my phone, it was my account, my number under my name. For some reason, it'd be doing the most. So anyways, I'm testing out these gloves and I see they working in some areas, but when I take them off, since I'm disconnecting from a lot of this energy that's being fed from my hands and my feet, because whenever my targeting has been up at times, I would notice that my feet and my hands and my heart are one of the main areas that they focus a lot of energy on. And they connect through these pinpoints in our body that they feed off of energy from us. So I got the idea right now. I was just like, hey, well, if I'm testing these gloves out and I'm seeing the results, I just the first day, but, I'm still testing them. I'm like, there's probably something that even works better. Just like that material that I found. I spoke about it in one of my other videos, but I'm going to see if I can Google it. Hey, Siri. I don't know if it's going to be able to do it while I'm recording. Hey, Siri. Yeah, nah. Anyways, let me see. So, best EMF blocking liquid. I forgot what the from software or black is rechargeable. I don't know what this is, but I'm trying to find some stuff that I had Googled, and for some reason you can't get a hold of it. Like, I mean, for the most part you can, like if you really look, but like it's not something that they just sell over the shelves. And I'm trying to see if they removed it from the search results or if I have to just Google something else. But anyways, there's a there's a lot of stuff that blocks this stuff, but they said it was really good. I can't type with these gloves on. I don't think this is the website either. Kind of getting off track here, but anyways, there's all kinds of stuff. You just got to look it up, but if you go back on my other videos, you'll probably find it. But for the most part, I wanted to talk about something that probably will even be better. And see, you got wool gloves right here. Bam. I'm thinking even socks. So like for some reason, I'm feeling like they can't really. It's gonna even be more harder for them to connect to you if you're disrupting like key points of your body that they're constantly trying to connect to. So I would probably look into getting some of these. You know, that's not that much, but just an idea. If anybody wants to try it, I mean, you could send it back. You have 30 days, so you can just test it out. See if your targeting changes a little bit. Like go outside, see if they're like on your nuts. You know what I mean? Put on some socks and some gloves, a beanie, and see what happens. You know what I mean? Get them all wooled out. You know, just a suggestion, but yeah, this is one of the products that I ordered from. This is the brand I bought a beanie from. So that's that's that. Also, I fuck. All right. So that I'm trying to show you guys this video. Check out this fucking perp ass fucking helicopter that's flying out of my fucking house right here. These fucking coward ass pieces of trash. Shut the fuck up, boy.
What?
I suggest you keep your trap closed.
Shut the fuck up with that. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Wind, boy.
The fuck is this? Alright, so that was my fucking ignorant, fucking pathetic fucking father. This was fucking... I mean, on the fucking level that we're on, compared to him, he's a fucking ingrate. But, so yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about this, whatever, and fucking little piece of shit helicopter flies by. Same shit, different day. Piece of trash. Happens to pass right over me, right? Out of all the fucking places he can fly. Fucking pathetic. Anyways, not only that, but I found my fucking neighbor, right? Um, I've been what has happened is I've been sleeping in the car, like parking in front of my house, like on the street or like in my driveway, right? I've been sleeping in my car, and this little bitch right here is my neighbor. He got taken to jail. This is the one that I got on camera being taken to jail. I know this fool's a fucking perp and he's an informant little bitch. I seen him talking to the cops so many times for like hours. They just literally hang out in front of his fucking house. He kicked out his own son from his house that's being targeted as well, but he doesn't really know. He's kind of off his rocker, his son, because of whatever the fuck, whatever they did to him. But he's not really all there, but he still kind of knows. He can, discern from his dad being a fucking fake ass perp. And he's like, yeah, like my dad hates me. He keeps like wanting to fight me. Like I swear, like the devil's in him or whatever. Like, this dude tried fighting us and stuff, and like we put his ass in his place. And like ever since I moved here, bro, I've been seeing suspicious ass activity from him and the fucking food in the back. So like he has a car that he can take to work, right? And like for some reason he leaves it parked there, and it's always facing toward our house, because the fence, behind that tree is where our house is. And he keeps on fucking with this truck here and there, like his battery will die or something. He doesn't move the car, so I don't know how the battery would even die. Obviously he has something else externally connected to it. So I heard him drilling and doing some shit to his van the other day, and I'm just like, I know this motherfucker. Like all of a sudden I'm trying to sleep outside in my fucking car, right? And this little bitch is fucking with this van all of a sudden that he's not gonna move. Like, what the fuck does he care if it's dead or not? He's not gonna move it. You know what I mean? Like, this fool's a stupid fucking clown, bro. Like, I even fucking screamed out, and I was just like, I know what you're doing, you fucking little bitch. And like, he just doesn't say nothing because my camera is pointing towards his house. And so like now I put this little bitch in his place, and he knows not to fucking talk shit. So he's afraid of going to jail. So so yeah, I mean, whatever modifications he's doing to it, like I started feeling a little bit more intense energy as I slept outside. And it's not like, oh, because I seen it that I'm expecting it or I'm convincing myself that it is. No, I go by how I feel, like the actual energy that I feel. I'm not sitting up worrying about that shit. I try to go to sleep, and if I'm being fucked with when I'm trying to sleep, that's how you know that their fucking energy is off, or they're trying to lock onto you or some shit. They're amplifying the fields around you, trying to fucking do some shit. So these fucking pieces of shit cops probably gave him something to connect to his battery, and the little bitch goes and fucking does it, and he follows the little fucking cops fucking little orders. That's how this little bitch stays out of jail. So I just wanted to play this real quick to show you guys. This is my security camera. I don't know why there's no sound, but there was birds chirping in the background. But yeah, he's just right there, bro. Like, he's starting to fuck with his battery. And then he'll go and fucking in his car, and he started drilling something and like taking something out. I don't know what the fuck. But I have a feeling like he senses when I'm watching the camera, and like his little bitch ass will leave. Like even the son to this little fucking clown is like a fucking daddy's little puppet that is gonna grow up to be a little bitch too. Like father, like son. But like I've caught both of these fools perping on me multiple times. Caught them red-handed. Not only that, but like I seen a lot of fucking bullshit with these fucking clowns, bro, and they still continue to linger on my nuts, bro. They're like, they try to pretend like they're not, but I fucking see them and I catch them and shit, and I'm just like, fuck you, fucking clowns, bro. Like, these fools are fucking nothing but a bunch of fucking bitches. But anyways, I just wanted to add this little notation. Yeah, I guess I'll see you guys another time, because Bunch of lames. But yeah, I'm gonna fucking just pause this video. I don't really want to see this fucking clown anymore. But yeah, those are just some shielding ideas. I have some other ideas too that I wanted to talk about, probably, if I can remember real quick. Oh shit. My sister's baby was born already yesterday. I seen a picture of her. I think I seen it, showed you guys right here. So there's my sister's newborn. It's crazy, huh? How you can bring a life into this world and sheesh. And how life is born and just the struggles and everything is just crazy. Just life in general is crazy. Just to think about it, all the stuff we have to go through and like just all the good and bad. It's just life is a blessing and a curse. But all the blessings to the child that can hold its own. I hope you guys throw a little prayer for the newborn, because it's going to be a hard road. The chosen blood, you know. So, let's go. Also, wanted to throw in a little extra fucking...
Came down on you so darn... Mr. O'Boyle, why do you think they came down on you so darn hard? Deep down, what do you think their motivation is?
I think they want to, the agency as a whole wants to get rid of people who simply just don't toe the line that they want. They don't want critical thinkers. They don't want people who raise valid questions to their chain of command.
They want to send a message, don't they?
Absolutely.
They want to make you an example, don't they?
Yes.
And they don't care. They want to send that message so hard, so strong, they don't care that you served 6 years in the Army, member of the 101st Airborne, took enemy fire, was selected for a special new unit they were putting in Quantico. They wanted to send such a message that they said, if we can get this guy, we can get this guy to be quiet, we can get everybody to be quiet. That's what they were doing, wasn't it?
Yes, sir, especially since I had just had a baby who was 2 weeks old, and we had just sold our house.
Just to put the emphasis on it, they said, we're going to do it the day he arrives. The day we've worked with him, we selected him, he's done a great job in the FBI, he served our country, took an oath to the Constitution, took an oath to defend this country. He's going to move, we're going to send all his stuff in this van to this moving, we're going to do that. When the day he arrives, we're going to suspend him. We're not going to let his family get their belongings. We're not going to let him get his clothes for his kids, his winter coats for his children. We're going to send a message. And they did. They suspended you. They took your pay. They don't let you get health insurance. They made life miserable for you to send a message. Because you know what? You reported on the first big screw up they had in this administration. The first big one. You reported to us as a whistleblower about the school board's issue. The Biden administration, they thought this was going to be a win for them politically. They thought it was going to make Terry McAuliffe governor of Virginia. Backfired on him. And you reported. Would it surprise you, Mr. O'Boyle, to know that the FBI told us they looked at 25 parents who were reported on the snitch line that was set up with this memorandum from the Attorney General? They looked at 25 parents. How many do you think of them were actually ever investigated and prosecuted? How many think were prosecuted, Mr. O'Boyle?
If I had to guess, I'd say zero.
Zero. And you came to us because you say this is wrong. This is wrong to set up some federal snitch line, some neighbor calling in because they don't like their neighbor's politics, reporting to the FBI, go investigate these parents. They said, we got to get this guy. We got to get Garrett O'Boyle because you had the courage to step forward.
Yo, what is the deal about peeps? That's not it. Where is it at? Oh, it's right here.
Thank you, Chairman Jordan, for your leadership. The FBI
minutes.
has been victimized by political capture, and that politicization has manifested in the targeting of Americans who never deserved to have this government weaponized against them. whistleblowers saw those bad acts, they stepped forward and they were retaliated against and crushed as a consequence. And our work today will build on the work of Special Counsel Durham, who said recently that at the FBI there is confirmation bias, an overwillingness to rely on information from individuals connected to political opponents and action without appropriate objectivity. One of the whistleblowers we'll hear from today served in the United States Marine Corps, served as a local cop, Garrett O'Boyle, and this is his testimony regarding that political capture.
Do you believe that the FBI has become political?
I do. I think most people out in the field try to avoid that politicization of the agency, which is good, but it's gotten to a point, it seems to me, that it's like a cancerous point where the FBI has let itself become enveloped in this politicization and weaponization that I don't know how to even begin to fix it.
One group that saw that weaponization work against them were Catholics. The FBI field office in Richmond put out a memo saying that violent extremists would find the Catholic ideology attractive and would attempt to connect with Catholic adherents, that extremists would show an interest in Catholic congregations over the next 12 to 24 months leading up to the presidential election. Isn't that an interesting coincidence? And the memo calls for the FBI to develop sources within Catholic congregations to try to obtain information about those folks. Another group that saw weaponization turn against them, parents who attended school board meetings. You'll hear today from Steve Friend, who worked for the FBI and actually found himself ridiculed at his own FBI office because he too was a parent who attended a school board meeting. This is Steve Friend.
Given your law enforcement background, does knowing that you could be investigated by the FBI for speaking up at your child's school board meeting chill parents from exercising their First Amendment rights?
Yes.
And you said you had attended a school board meeting and you were nervous that you could be under federal investigation. Is that correct?
Yes, my colleagues teased me about it.
Americans who were in Washington, D.C. on January 6th who committed no crimes, who simply attended a rally, also saw the FBI weaponized against them. George Hill was an FBI employee working out of the Boston field office, and he talks about the pressure that the Washington field office was putting on Boston, and when they tried to get predicate evidence, they couldn't get it for a very interesting reason. This is George Hill.
Joe Bonavolonta said, no, we're not opening up cases on people who went to a rally. And I forgot a key part. The SSA for CT2 said, happy to do it, show us where they were inside the Capitol, and we'll look into it. To which WFO said, we can't show you those videos unless you can tell us the exact time and place those individuals were inside the Capitol. To which the SSA responded back, and I was privy to these conversations firsthand, why can't you show us, why can't you just send us, give us access to the 11,000 hours of video this incident failed? Because there may be UC's undercover officers or CHS's confidential human sources on those videos whose identity we need to protect.
Marcus Allen, an FBI analyst who did work around evidence, sharing it with folks. He saw videos that concerned him about the federal government's own involvement in January 6th. Here's Marcus Allen.
Videos to me indicated potential problems with the investigation as far as informants were concerned, and our organization's potential forthrightness about the utilization of informants there on that day. That might have some impact on our cases and the subjects that we were looking up, and then just a general awareness overall for the investigation as a whole that there might have been some kind of potential federal involvement with the activities on January 6th, and I thought it was important enough that it warranted our attention.
So much of the good work happening at the FBI is throughout this country, and a lot of the rot the committee has learned, emerges out of headquarters and out of the Washington field office. Garrett O'Boyle described the conflict that existed as the Washington field office put pressure on other field offices around the country to engage in law enforcement work without predication. This is Mr. O'Boyle.
Did the WFO pressure other field offices to keep January 6th cases open or open cases?
I would say they pressured us to open cases to some degree. One example that I have personally, I made this is one of my protected disclosures, so I'll just touch on it a little bit. But I received a lead about someone based on an anonymous tip, and in law enforcement, anonymous tips don't hold very much weight, especially without evidence that you can corroborate pretty easily. I wasn't able to corroborate anything they said. Even after speaking with the person they alleged potential criminal behavior of. While I'm trying to figure all that out, I get another lead from the same agent who sent me that lead. And they've essentially tried to get me to violate policy or law.
Trying to get people to break the law without sufficient predication is a weaponization of our government, and all Americans suffer when resources are misallocated, when stats are padded. Following 9/11, the FBI set up all of these terrorism entities to look outward at people abroad who might seek to harm our country. But a lot of those authorities were turned inward.
If it doesn't
against
record,
our own
it's all
people,
good.
and the result was
I'll be
stat
able to record it
padding
again.
for the purpose of FBI officials trying to convince Congress that the violent extremism threat was more enhanced than it indeed was, and we got critical testimony on that point also from Mr. O'Boyle.
As a DT agent, I encountered similar stat padding or case bolstering. Truth be told, it was one case, but the FBI had me open up 4 different cases because they had me open a case for every individual that I had a articulable factual basis that there may have been potential federal law being violated. Or like on a criminal case, say you're working like a gang, which is, this case was, I guess, like a militia. If you're working like a gang, you have a case open on a gang and you have a sub-file for each person in it. Like, you know, John Doe 1, 2, and 3, they all have their own sub-file. Or in my case, John Doe 1, 2, 3, and 4 all had their own separate case, because then the FBI can, from my perspective, the FBI can come back to Congress and say, look at all the domestic terrorism we've investigated. But really, I was working one case, but the FBI can then say, well, he actually had 4. So we should give us more money because look at how big of a threat all this domestic terrorism is.
Padding the stats to try to showcase a problem that is overemphasized, political capture and political infection of our law enforcement. These brave patriots spoke up about it. They'll be testifying to our committee today, and my colleagues will now discuss some of the intense and depraved retaliation that they had to experience, and I'd recognize my colleague from Florida, Kat Kamick, to share some of those thoughts with us.